for this.
Okay,
well,
we're hot.
You've been kind of, annoyingly talking to your wife for like the past 5 minutes while we've been trying to figure out something.
Oh, what were you guys trying to figure out?
These damn hotkeys.
Damn you, hotkeys!
They reset every time. I don't know what it is.
Here's the solution. Just
Buy a
don't
second
close
computer.
OBS anymore.
Just buy a new computer.
But that too. That's a good solution as well.
Replace everything.
Who needs an apartment when you can just get a computer?
Right? I'll just live in the box.
Eventually, and eventually, computers will get so good that you could replace your apartment with the computer. Just live in the VR headset all the time.
You don't. No,
That sounds like brain damage.
you're making a joke. No, you're making a joke. But could you imagine that?
Yes.
Like heating an entire apartment with just a badass fucking computer.
Have you ever seen the anime Serial Experiments Lane?
The minute you said anime, I was like, nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Look it up.
That's
She
both of
literally
us.
builds. She literally turns her entire room into a computer.
It'd have to be multiple computers, but alright.
No. It's one.
But can her room run PUBG on medium?
Are you kidding
Alright,
me?
you know what?
Who can run PUBG on medium?
The first thing I tested on this computer that is no longer a solid computer. It is 100% a computer from 2014. There's no upgrades to it beyond my cable management. But
That's you're
that
you're
could
on
run
your-
PUBG at high settings, all high settings, at above 100 frames per second. So I don't know what's going on with your computer, dude. Every time.
all I'm saying is, why the fuck would you play PUBG? There are so many better options out there.
Because
Free options.
It was a small download, and I was like, fuck it. I want to see what everybody's railing about now. I've seen a bunch of articles all over the place. Re-download PUBG now.
Do you know why I have PUBG? Someone gave it to me
Well, do you know
because
why
he wanted
I
me to
have
play
PUBG?
it with them.
Do you know
What?
why I have PUBG?
Because it was
Because-
free?
No, because for what was that? A good solid 3 months there, Buck. We were all playing it.
Yeah. And then I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I
I
played.
think I
like,
stopped. I think I stopped playing it because I kept blacking out during matches.
No, it
I
wasn't.
played.
just-
I played three.
It was more
played-
than that.
I played 3 matches, and that was it. Total.
I played way more than that. But, so, no, your computer could not play the game at that time. I don't know if it can now. What is your computer running now?
1070.
A 1070, but what was the processor? Are you still
I haven't been able to.
rocking
The processors, that's still too expensive an upgrade right now. I'm still running the i5 2500K.
Yeah,
because if-
Jesus, man.
Well, because if I want to upgrade the processor, I have to upgrade the board. There's
yeah.
no getting around it, and that's gonna be like $600.
Whoa.
Not entirely.
What?
Not entirely. Just get a
Well-
Ryzen 2700.
Is
Dude,
that-
I got.
Get a
I
Ryzen
have my MSI is actually pretty.
okay. You're
He's
missing.
referring to the processor, the motherboard, and the RAM altogether. That's what he's referring to.
Oh.
package
okay.
deal.
Yeah, so just get a Ryzen 2700 with a cheap B 350 board or 450, whatever it's called.
You know,
now. I don't
no.
follow
You,
their
you know what you should
chipsets.
actually do? You know what you should actually do? You should just get one of those 2070s, those NVIDIA 2070s, and then just use that as your computer.
Oh, just the
card.
$600
That's
card.
Yeah, there you go.
Just
I mean,
don't run physics on anything, but it will look spectacular.
Oh no. It'll run just fine. Just fine.
So just take your power supply.
And plug it directly into Well, no,
I mean,
actually, you should
technically
probably modify the Molex plugs a little bit so that instead of them being those pin plugs, they should be little alligator clips.
It's
Oh,
not
that went in badly.
Molex.
And
It's
then
not Molex.
it is Molex.
No, it's
They're
not.
Molex plugs.
No, Molex does not plug into the graphics card. Molex is what you used to plug into hard drives back before SATA became the standard.
You realize that Molex is just the style of plug, right? It's not a specific plug, right? As in an IDE connection, that was still considered a Molex plug, but it wasn't.
You guys on the East Coast must be some strange ass motherfuckers because over here that's not at all true, and I don't really want to get into this argument.
There's our intro right there.
See,
Somehow,
Molex it just refers to a plug that plugs into something. It's made of plastic and several pins.
huh?
It's a
That is
keyed
weird.
plug. It's just a keyed plug. That's all.
That's really strange. But yeah, how's everybody doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Just realized that my vape is actually almost dry and my juice is upstairs.
Oh, well,
It's
that's
upstairs.
that's
But doing all right. I mean, freaking on a RimWorld, my first RimWorld colony that I have actually abandoned a site, brought all 10 people and all of my animals to another site, and started over again. And this is one continuous save. There have been no redos. And I have 18 hours sunk into it.
Jesus.
damn.
Yeah. And one little mistake and those 18 hours are just gone. It's living life on the edge, guys.
Yeah.
I am
Fucking
ugly,
A.
MC. Thank you.
I got a nice reminder this morning why I will never get a cat.
Okay, so you
Did
hinted
you
at
wake up to the
something.
cat pooping in your mouth or something?
No.
God.
You know how most cats will wake you up by walking across you? Well,
No.
Okay. Well,
I have
most-
never had a cat that will wake you up by walking across you. Usually they're sticking something sharp up your nose.
Well, typically
well,
for
Max-
me, they just go to sleep on my face.
Max doesn't
That
do.
too.
Max doesn't do either of those.
Does he chew on your toes?
No, you're gonna get a kick about what he did to me this morning. He tried to just walk across my chest to get me up. That didn't work. So we have this lamp on a nightstand right next to the bed. Little shit
What is
pushed
this?
the
What
lamp.
is this?
It's my parents' place. I'm house sitting. But fucking
How are you house sitting? I thought you lived there.
not for long.
Nope.
Fucking
It won't-
So this little shit to wake me up knocks the lamp onto my face.
That is a smart ass cat.
That's what I wake
Huh.
up to is a
So me
fucking
being
lamp.
gentle didn't work. Let's try being violent, shove.
That's a typical cat thing.
I'm gonna
of
go get
knocking
my
things
vape
off
juice.
of-
I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, you little fuck. This is why I like dogs. They don't do that. They just nose your hand until you get up. Or if they're big enough, they will physically drag you out of bed.
So, Nightwing, I am trying to just. I don't really have any interest in the game. It's just one of those things that just ended up being. Hey, why not? I own the game. Why not? Oh gosh.
People are playing it. I guess I will too.
Right. It looks no different. I mean, it really looks no different than back when we were all playing it. There's some new guns, and the snow map is kind of interesting.
Didn't
But-
they add like a bunch of Resident Evil clothing? be like, it's secret agent shit. And I'm like, why?
What's this about Resident Evil clothing?
Oh, it's probably a freaking microtransaction, so I don't give two fucks.
I think it was like a limited time loot crate for like, you can get Ada Wong's dress and a whole bunch of other noir detective looking shit.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting something of Ada Wong's, but
we know.
I don't know if you could get that. I don't know if you could get that through a microtransaction. I mean, I'm sure her being Asian, she's used to getting microtransactions, but you know.
That feels like a little bit of a
stretch.
And at a hefty
She doesn't
rate.
stretch, actually.
Did you happen to watch the roast of Linus Sebastian and then just like steal all their jokes?
No, actually.
No, I didn't see it either.
They were making different jokes. It's just that a lot of my jokes are very similar to their jokes to start with.
Okay. So, to explain what's happening, Linus Sebastian, the owner of a YouTube channel called Linus Tech Tips, who's actually been around for like what, 10
2000.
He's been around for a while.
2010, 2011.
Something like that.
I'm being requested to let Rimshi in. I will
Why
put
should
it to the group.
Why should we bring Rimshi in right now?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't have a good reason. He's fucking.
I don't either.
I don't have one either.
So let Rimshi know he can join us in about an hour.
In an hour, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm just gonna assume.
I'm sure
listening.
He's probably not.
He's in
listening
the chat.
Come on, it's Rimshi. It's Rimshi. Do you really think Rimshi listens to us?
Probably not.
He just puts us on for background noise.
He has selective hearing.
Well, if he
Which I thought only women had.
Well, okay, so
Maybe
so
there's
then
something there.
here's my statement. If he doesn't hear it and come back in an hour, get let in, then that is my vote on whether or not we should let him in. if he's there waiting for it in like an hour,
shows up.
Yeah, yep. Then
there
I
we
say
go,
let him in.
If he actually shows up at 20 minutes past next hour. 20 minutes past next hour. Then we'll let him in.
Oh my gosh. So he's been around for a while. So he decided to bring in a bunch of the other. So he brought in 3 of the other big tech channels from YouTube, their hosts, as well as some of the other people at his company. And they all do this giant Dean Martin style roast of him.
Oh, it was great.
It was fantastic. When his wife got up there,
I was like, oof.
The best is when, because he's allowed to come up at the end and roast them back, right? When he came up, all right. So here's the thing. Apparently, I'm gonna spoil some of it for everybody because I love this joke. So apparently, a lot of people have said that his wife only married him because he had a bunch of money, and he decides to rebuke that by saying, "Listen, there is no way my wife married me for my money. If she did, she would have bought breasts. Those would have been the first things." And it was like,
wow.
I missed that part.
It was great. But yeah, no, it was really funny. And the host, the guy playing the Dean Martin type thing, a lot of his jokes were just like incel penis jokes. I think Rimshi has seen or heard what we just said on stream because he just sent me a fuck you.
Okay. Well, I don't mind bringing him in. Just not right at the start of the show.
I know.
We'll get you in.
They themselves have a time where they will bring people in at the end of their show.
All right.
But they don't bring people in at the start of their show. so that he can suck it.
We're making changes around here, and one of those is having a slightly more decent format, along with proper avatars. Which, hey, we got one thing checked off.
Yeah, one thing.
One of many.
Apparently the music that I picked was really short. What's the normal length music that you go for?
Usually about...
I don't know, it's like 7-8 inches. Oh,
yeah,
you said
that's
music.
way too
That's an
long.
interesting way to measure music.
I was converting that to minutes. That's what I was doing. I was completely ignoring.
What do?
the big
You
joke in that.
just lay your dick on the CD and go, nope, not long enough.
Nope.
Get me a...
What, the dick or the CD?
Yes.
The CD.
I measure my cock like I measure CDs.
And that's why Pig only listens to vinyl.
If you can't stretch from one side of the vinyl to the other, circumference-wise, you ain't look.
Wait, did you say stretch? I feel like that's a bit cheating. You know, like actually stretching it rather than.
Well,
you know,
technically, when you have an erection, things are kind of stretching.
Okay.
I got nothing to say to that. Ladies and gentlemen, I brought it there.
That's where
So
it
you were
always
saying-
ends up anyway.
Oh Jesus.
That's where I bring it, yeah.
What were we talking about?
Something about Rimshi saying "fuck you."
Oh yeah. Then he says I'm not serious. But if in an hour, he's still here. An hour from 4 minutes ago, if he's still here, we'll.
I was gonna
we'll
say
bring him on.
you're kind of shifting the goalposts there. And 24 minutes past the next hour, if Rimshi's there,
4
we'll let him
minutes
in.
ago. All right,
No,
so
you said it. 24 minutes past the hour. I was trying to be nice and say 20 minutes past the hour, but no, you had to say. You heard it here,
Alright.
folks. 25 minutes past the hour. If Rimshi.
it's not even 6:25 yet. Now it's 6:25. You fuck.
It was 25 minutes ago. Literally.
All right, so our title, oddly enough, has nothing to do with any of the articles we picked. Was that intentional?
Yeah, that was intentional. Because if you look at the description, fucking,
By the way, Rimshi, I don't normally catch all of your shows. A lot of the time, I don't actually catch your shows because I'm busy doing other stuff. That's real life concerns, and it usually has something to do with the back of my eyelids because I'm sleeping because I work 60-hour weeks.
No, their show starts at 4:30. Okay, so what's that's 3 hours, right? So 6:30.
7:30.
7:30? Is it 4?
Believe me, at
I'm
7:30 on Friday nights, I am usually unconscious.
Oh, okay. Well,
If I'm not in traffic, I'm unconscious.
I'm still at work, and I'm in that part of work where I can't listen to anything. So.
Yeah, because it's
I'm-
too busy.
Mm. Well,
What
we
the hell
don't
were we
feel like it right now, Rimshi.
Exactly.
So, wait.
Why is
Oh.
he not saying this in the chat where everyone else can see it?
I've
I've got no idea what the fuck's going on here.
He is talking in the general chat of our Discord. So
Oh.
And if you guys aren't in the
are-
Discord, you're losing out.
You stole my fucking line.
I'm in the.
I didn't even know you were going to that, but you know what? It's okay, because great minds think alike.
All right. So, freaking my weekend since we've gotten everybody else's, my week has literally just been me babysitting my parents' house and sleeping on an uncomfortably small bed the entire time, and I have not gotten that much.
Okay, so when you say house sitting, it makes sense because you don't live there. But
No.
when Buck says it's been house sitting,
House sitting means I'm the only one here.
Uh,
It means I can watch
no,
porn with the speakers
It
on.
just means that you being the only one there does not mean you're house sitting. It means that you're home alone.
That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said. You said you were house sitting. You being by yourself is not you house sitting. You being by yourself is just being home alone.
I think Pig is just making a semantics argument
I
right
think,
now.
yeah.
You cannot say you're house sitting if you live at that house.
Listen,
That's like that's like saying you're babysitting your own kids.
I can dream I don't live here.
I mean, you'd be wrong, but
Didn't say the dream was right.
moving on. So you're house sitting while your folks are out, Pav?
Yes, and it was a really small bed.
Mm.
Oh, you told me. But then
Topaz is now here.
Hi, Paz.
Sup?
Watch the show.
No.
oh, I know. But then
Badass.
you mentioned that she and the
doesn't-
bed was got off.
The bed was
Was
gone.
she on that bed with you?
No.
Oh,
because my parents
poor her. And?
can't sleep in. I am publicly stating no, she was not in that bed with me.
Publicly.
Yes, it was totally
Publicly.
A different time.
Got it.
Can neither
So
neither
she
can
was,
confirm
she was
nor
in the
deny.
bed when you weren't in the bed. Got it.
Illegal according to God.
Wait,
No,
what? What is the Sharia? I heard that'd be illegal according to God. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Not the God I know.
Pav, don't listen to Rimshi. Don't mute.
Don't mute.
Just warn me so I can start recording.
That took me a second.
Yeah, I was not paying attention.
Like, wait, what?
Mute when you get freaky, Pav. No. Just warn me so I can start recording. That's all. That's all I ask.
Who the fuck?
Wow. I did not
guess-
realize Topaz was into animal roleplay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was from Bucks. Mike, thank you very much.
Oh, I can't see that.
If you-
I've got the show pulled up so I can actually look at chat while it's going by.
Fucking A.
She's gonna kick my ass when she meets me, isn't she?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Probably.
I'll have earned it, but that's okay.
You staring at
Staring at a screen.
Why are you closing that door?
Because she doesn't want to hear me cracking jokes. That's why she doesn't watch the show anymore.
Yeah, Pig is exactly the reason why Topaz does not watch the show anymore. I think that is, reminiscent of a lot of other people, and not Topaz.
Oh,
Are you implying pigs
That-
costing us viewers? Because I don't think that's the case.
I know. Making a bad joke.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go get
sending
some
me on
ice.
errands right as
Nah.
the show starts.
I really gotta ice this burn down, and recover my injured feelings because that actually hurt.
I was
so
offended.
You cut me there, Pav. Cut me deep.
That's a first.
It actually isn't. I was lying. I really don't care what you have to say.
Well, then, what can you do?
It's another Monday, everybody. That's how we like it.
And I'm not even a whole glass in.
I'm almost down one beer.
We have some kind of format, I swear.
Now I'm done. Now I'm a glass in.
Now we
Yeah.
can follow the format.
So, speaking of freaky, who has sex inside of a Tesla and then puts it out there?
People who can afford a Tesla.
I feel like, this is referring to our first article.
Stormy Daniels.
No. Actually, I don't know. We haven't read the
Personally,
article yet.
I don't think she'll ever get anybody to have sex with her again, paid or not.
Stormy Daniels.
Ew, she had sex with Trump? Growth. Not even for $1 million.
It sounded very feminine to be a man responding.
That was the point.
Okay.
Daily reminder that you cannot name your horse Sarah Jessica Parker in Red Dead Redemption 2, but Stormy Daniels, I think that flies.
Wait a second. Did you just say whore or horse?
Horse.
It sounded like whore.
Well, hey, you know, maybe you can get fucking nameable whores in RDR2.
Can you get whores in Red Dead 2?
I don't know, I haven't played it.
Can you name them?
I'm sure if you sift through the
I
files
want to
enough.
play Red Dead 2 now.
Yeah, I would need to buy a console to do that.
Just name them all Stormy Daniels 1 through 10.
Wow. Elon Musk. Elon Musk
Dude.
responds to whore.
You're missing a few letters.
Horse? I don't think a horse will be able to.
I'd like to see a horse fit in a Tesla. That'd be
I was gonna say I don't think a horse
that'd be
could
a
fit
hell
in
of a thing.
I mean, a horse face maybe. Let's see this lady's face.
You can't. Like, I mean, you could probably go find. It's probably on like some kind of.
Trying to get past this commercial really quick.
Her name's on the.
I really hoping that this is her face. It is sorta. Excuse me. She doesn't have a horse face, but maybe a bit of a hatchet face. She's got really one of those really sharp bridges to the nose, like hawkish almost.
Okay, I'm trying
A
to.
Los Angeles adult film performer and her boyfriend found.
Oh,
a
so that's what
perhaps
we're calling
predictable-
prostitutes now.
Yes.
That's what Fox News is
friend-
calling them. Their words.
Found a
I mean,
perhaps-
if adult film performer is a nicer way of putting whore, then okay.
Would you prefer whore? I don't know.
I would prefer whore.
What?
What's up, whore?
So, found a perhaps predictable
What?
way to use their time riding in a Tesla on autopilot mode last week. And their online post drew attention from the Tesla CEO Elon Musk. The couple was on a road trip when they talked about having sex while using the car's autonomous. Thank you. Feature.
It's a
Jackson told Business Insider after
Trist.
that is the most LA way to spell any name ever. After the Jackson posted a video of her and her boyfriend performing various sex acts inside the moving electric car and uploaded to the adult website Pornhub. Holy shit, I made at Tesla the #1 search on Pornhub, Jackson wrote on Twitter. She also tagged Elon Musk on the first post.
Interesting.
Christ.
The website tweeted back saying, reporting you to Elon Musk for not having two hands on the wheel and autopilot enable. What?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have two hands on a wheel when you have both hands on his cock.
She's not
Wait,
even
was he
driving.
driving or
He's driving.
It said various acts. So, I don't
Well,
know.
let's see. She had her hands on the cock, then she had her hands on the windscreen, then she had her hands on the seat, then she had her hands on the headrest. Yep, nope, none of those had her hands on the wheel.
It was him that's driving it, that it looks like. Musk made
oh my
light
god,
of
look at
these.
her legs.
Yeah, everybody.
Those are
Not everybody-
chicken legs.
Yeah.
What? Are we sure she's 18?
Are we sure she's being fed? Isn't it a law in LA that you
That
have
we're-
to feed your horse at least once a day?
That we're not sure of.
Are we sure of
can't
both of
confirm
those?
Elon Musk made light of the incident in a series of tweets Thursday. Turns out there are more ways to use autopilot than we imagined.
I'm sorry, if you didn't imagine using autopilot for that feature, I don't know what kind of guy you are, but you need to turn in your man card.
Minutes later, he addressed the video again. Should have seen this coming.
Well,
Oh my
you
god.
can see it. You can see it coming if you just click on the link to the video.
Jackson said she bumped the steering wheel during the escape and knocked it out of autopilot.
Escapade.
Escapade. I know.
Escapade.
I'm just enthralled by this. It was mainly a slight road. Straight road. Jesus Christ. Maybe someone else should be reading. But it had a lot of traffic. She told the news website, "We had a lot of cars driving by."
So were those windows tinted?
I think you can kind of, but not really. Not like dark tinted. Well,
While they were driving past, the men were rubbernecking.
While the autopilot system can steer a Tesla within a highway lane without the driver's input for exceeded periods, the feature still requires an active driver's supervision, according to Tesla. Jackson said the
What's the
feedback
fucking
from-
point of having an autopilot if you have to supervise?
Because we're not there yet. I think that's the point. We're like,
Well,
we're not
apparently
at
they got
complete
there.
It's semi-automation.
If you can freaking get your freak on while the car is in semi-autonomous mode, it's not semi-autonomous anymore.
Well, it was a straight road.
Autopilot.
Jackson said the feedback from the video has been mostly positive. Looking at it now,
No shit,
I
it's
feel we could
porn.
have made it better.
How the fuck would you have made that better?
Maybe we'll make
Reverse
it-
cowgirl. That's how she could have made it better. I'm gonna look up this video now.
Of course you are.
Then at least one of you could have
Okay.
had your hands on the wheel. Jesus.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they had their hands too busy with holes to be going for wheels.
Not in reverse cowgirl.
That's not exactly a wheel, it's a knob. Alright.
There it is. Found it.
You found it. Okay.
It's 8 minutes long. Let's watch this. Don't mind me or any of the noises.
Okay. We'll move on to the next.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm listening. I really want to get a good look at this lady's legs and face. And so far, they're very chicken faced. Chicken faced! It's right!
Isn't that what's called petite?
Petite? No, my wife is petite. And she's thick.
Wait, so then what does petite fucking
Petite
move
just
on?
means short.
I thought petite meant skinny.
No, petite means short.
I thought it was
Look.
both.
Wow. Her legs are like no definition. She's got nice tits though.
And this has been your Tesla porn review for
I'm not done yet.
We're not waiting
I'm-
8 minutes for you to watch this whole thing, man.
Well, I'm skipping through. All right.
He's
And
he's
holy
looking
shit,
for the-
he literally does not have his hands on the steering wheel. Okay, he has a hand on the steering wheel.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, she's okay. They did the reverse cowgirl.
Oh, good. So at least one of them can steer.
I mean, she's barely moving, so. Then again, there's not enough room for her to move as much as she probably wants to.
Yeah, it's a pretty crap car.
It's It's pretty cramped, yeah.
Okay, we're done. Let's move on.
Yeah, what's the next one?
I would Buck read this. So, Feminist Protest Patriarchy by teaching daughters to walk
Wow.
into strange
Side
men.
straddle. They even managed the side straddle.
Maybe
We'll
Tesla's
come back
rooming.
to Pig after this.
Fucking
I don't know.
Hey.
She's coming pretty quick.
First porn gets streamed to Twitch, and up to 5,000 people get to watch it, and now we're getting a fucking play-by-play of Pornhub from Pig. I like this week. This is a good week.
Wait, what happened on Twitch?
Someone streamed, like, a hardcore porn film to Twitch for, like, the better part of 2 hours.
And it didn't get taken down.
It got taken down after, I think it was about 2.5 hours.
Interesting.
Might have been more, might have been less. I'm not sure. I just know that happened. Because fucking Quartering was tweeting about it all day.
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, when she says multiple positions, she really just means the easy ones.
It's a car. Are you criticizing? Okay, all right.
I am. I totally am.
So what you're saying is Elon Musk get on making a fucking van
SUV.
so that you
Yes, a Tesla SUV.
so then oh man.
And we'll get a more variety.
Then we can finally have the
I will admit though, it was kind of impressive that she managed the side straddle in that cramped space.
oh man. This fucking article. I just saw the headline and went, why?
Which article is that?
Feminist Protest Patriarchy by teaching daughters to walk into strange men.
Oh, that one.
Quote-
Let's read it.
Quote, you really need to commit to Patriarchy Chicken.
All right. So, this is from Pluralist. Pluralist. What the fuck? Pluralist.
I thought you were making a joke, and then you corrected yourself.
Yeah,
Oh.
no. It was totally not a joke. It was entirely my face deciding to skip a syllable. Feminist Protest Patriarchy by Pluralist. A woman revealed in an op-ed Friday that, in a bid to raise her 5- and 2-year-old daughters to be empowered women, she is teaching them
Fucking
not to
ad.
move out of the way of strange men while walking on the street. So basically, you're teaching them to get hurt.
Yeah, that
I mean, unless you're going to raise them to also be 200-pound whales, they're going to get hurt. Just saying. And even then, you know... Moving on.
Fucking-
Inspired by feminist commentary published in the New Statesman in February titled How to Play Patriarchy Chicken, Anna Lee Bayer wrote an essay for HuffPo that described the way she is showing her daughters to flip patriarchal notions on their heads. By teaching your kids to get knocked over by strangers.
just teaching
With
them to be a fucking
jumping
cunt.
5-year-old in one hand. What? Okay, all right.
Who's reading next?
That's
I
a
don't fucking
commentary by her. Imagine me, a grown woman with a jumping 5-year-old on one hand and a rogue 2-year-old pulling on the other. We are broad. We take up space, and now we hold that space, especially in the face of anyone who chugs toward us expecting to have the path cleared for them. Okay, so you're doing exactly what they're doing, except you have kids that can get hurt because you're throwing them in front of people.
Oh my god.
Who's the lesser responsible individual in this position here? Really? It is a public walkway. It's not your walkway. It's the public walkway, which means that more than you and your kids can be on the walkway at any given point in time.
She's just teaching her kids how to be dicks.
Basically.
Oh, at least she's not like some people out there that are teaching their kids to take dicks.
Yeah. That's
Because seriously, that would be wrong. I am applauding her for not being a pedophile. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Shit, he made a good point.
Just
Fuck. Well,
it's kind of
far,
hard to
only
make
one
kind of
person-
hard to make a point after that after that comment. Sorry, buddy.
yeah.
So far, only one person has ran into us. Oh. You're.
Oh, so you've only looked like a massive fucking cunt to one person because you wouldn't
So,
get out of
honestly,
their way.
Technically, you probably ran into them
Mhm.
because
You're intentionally playing chicken, and they're just walking down the street.
yeah, you don't seem to understand the concept of the chicken game. The chicken game is where you're intentionally driving or running at someone to see who will move first. And the only way to not lose is to not die.
Lady, if your goal is to look around on the street and go, there's a man, let's run into him, and you hit him, well, first of all, he's probably going to see you and get the fuck out of the way. But if you run into him, he doesn't
Aren't
even know
you
he's
the
playing the
one-
fucking game, so you're just the one being the cunt.
Basically. In the original New Statesman article, Charlotte Riley urged her fellow feminists to refrain from making way for men during their daily commutes. So you're going to just be a bitch. The game is called Patriarchy Chicken, and the rules are simple. Do not move out of the way for men. Okay, but at some point we're going to say fuck it and just run right through you. Because at some point there's going to just be a big group of women that you're trying to thread around, and they're intentionally getting in your way, so you're just going to walk through them. It's like, okay, I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to go around, trying to weave my way through. All right, fuck it, I give up. This is the fifth woman who's jumped in my way intentionally in the last 2 minutes. Get the fuck out of my way. Shove. And guess what's going to happen? The woman's going to fall on her ass. She's going to start crying and screaming abuse, and this is patriarchy and all that. And in reality, it's just dude got pissed off because you and your girlfriends were deciding to fuck with him, just like that one video of the dude defending his family and a whole bunch of bitches getting up in his face and hitting him, and him just knocking one the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he took a lot of shit, and then he just finally turned and, like, clocked one of them.
See, that is what Patriarchy Chicken looks like. That is what Patriarchy Chicken looks like.
Hey,
you're gonna
kids.
fucking mess with the bull, you're gonna get the fucking horns.
Kids, you guys should run at that man over there and see if he hits you.
Oh, he's not gonna hit the kid. He's probably going to hit the lady who directed the kid at him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you really need to commit to Patriarchy Chicken. Don't let your social instincts step to the side, kick in. Men are going to walk into you, and it isn't your fault.
It's entirely your
You're
fault
being the fucking
because you
instigator.
didn't get out of... I'm sorry. When a man walks into you on accident, but you made it on purpose by not getting out of the way if he didn't notice you or tried to go around you or anything like that, guess what? It's not his fault. It's your fault! You saw him coming! You didn't move out of the way!
You know, if this bitch were trying to claim that whole little game you play with someone else when you're trying to step around each other and you just end up blocking each other, I could, if that was something she was calling quote-unquote Patriarchy Chicken, I could see the seed she is trying to plant, but that seed is going fucking nowhere. I don't know where I was going with that. I was like, I can make an analogy out of this. More beer.
However, Riley did acknowledge her privilege as a tallish, white, non-Hispanic person. Handicapped person.
Non-handicapped.
Semantics.
Well, she's also non-Hispanic, so
When you said white, it kind of implied non-Hispanic to begin with.
she could be
That's why I was
albino.
confused when I read it.
Could be albino Hispanic and adopted.
I am an able-bodied 5'6" white woman. I move through this world with a lot of privilege. No, I'm not going to pretend that Patriarchy Chicken would work for everyone. But for me, it's a way of reclaiming a little bit of space and reminding myself to question some of the other assumptions that might sometimes be holding me back. I'm sorry, but no, that's just you being an asshole.
What,
I mean,
are you assuming that every man that dodges you because you come barreling at them with 2 kids in tow is a feminist because they get out of your way? Or are they just getting out of your way because they have some
You've got 2
shred
kids
of
in tow.
common sense?
And you've got 2 kids in tow. It's like any guy who doesn't get out of the way when he sees a woman coming his way with 2 kids,
A little bit of a dunce. Like the guy I almost hit.
isn't
on my way
it
to work the other
a
day.
little bit of a dunce? He's just a complete fucking asshole.
So, speaking of almost hitting somebody, there's this guy who
This
hangs
dude.
around. This dude, real tall.
This guy,
very much homeless.
dude, this guy.
This guy.
He's a bit of a wise guy,
I'm
a little bit.
gonna name myself Tommy DeVito now. But I'm driving to work one day, and I watch him. He's crossing the street. This is the main road that goes through our entire town. It's always busy. So he's walking through, and you can tell he's just expecting everybody to stop for him. Right? And he gets to the middle, and he comes over to where I am, and I keep going, and he doesn't stop walking. So finally, I stop. He then stops. If I didn't, I would have ran him over. He was like right in front of me. He then walks around me, and then does the same thing to the cars behind me, and they
What?
almost hit him as well.
Does he think he's a car?
If it was a car, it would have
All I'm saying is that one of the leading cause of rear endings in big cities that have these laws where if a pedestrian so a lot of the big cities have pedestrian right-of-way laws where pedestrian always has right-of-way, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It used to be that way. But when they made it a law when they made pedestrian right-of-way laws, that is when people stopped looking both ways before crossing the street. And that is now one of the biggest causes of rear endings in the city right now is people walking out in the traffic expecting people to stop because they have quote-unquote right-of-way.
But that's on a crosswalk. Jaywalking is still illegal.
No. It is illegal to jaywalk. However, pedestrian still has right of way. If a freaking car runs someone over, that car is still considered at fault. The guy the person who got run over might get a ticket for jaywalking. However, the guy who freaking ran him over is going to get much worse.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to take that back, whereas in you have to cross the street when it's safe, if you get run over because you're being a dipshit. I mean, it's just like on the highway when you've got a fucking semi-truck barreling down the fucking road up a freaking on-ramp. If you're a dumbass and you don't get out of the way, and that semi runs you over because they don't have the ability to stop, I'm sorry, it's not the semi's fault. It's yours!
I don't know. How would that even... A semi wouldn't be able to stop.
That's the
No,
point.
exactly. That's the point.
I mean, like, a
car has as much mass compared to a human body as a semi has as much mass compared to a car. that semi, whether he legally has right of way, in the world of uh, dog eat dog or the fittest survives or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
let's go with physics.
I was gonna
truck.
say physics.
The truck has right of way because the truck weighs about 10 to 100 times more than you do and can't stop. If he hits you, you will die.
I mean, it
So-
was you're really lucky, and he only clips like the front end of your butt.
And yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's like if that truck slams into you full fucking force, you're going to fucking die. Your car will not be a car anymore. It will be scrap metal, and you will be a corpse with. It's the same thing with cars and people.
Or trains and cars.
If you're going to cross the street, wait till it's safe to cross the street. If you
Why not
can't
just go
freaking
across
cross the
it?
street at this one spot because nobody's going to stop for you, go over to the fucking crosswalk, wait for the signal to say it's your turn to go, and then if you get hit, guess what? The person who hit you they're gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
You might be dead, but they're gonna go to jail for a very long time.
No, I was so pissed because it's like I could have hit him, and it just ruined my entire day. I didn't care that I would have killed him at that point in time when I finally came to a stop. I was like, this is gonna suck for the rest of the day if I did. Because he had.
Yeah,
no regard.
I know exactly what you're saying. It's like I get that shit all the fucking time around here. It's just, and you know who does it the most often? Ghetto motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
Motherfuckers who are just who just think they're some kind of Billy Badass, and that this motherfucker's gonna stop or I'm gonna sue him. It's like, dude, you can't sue me if you're fucking dead. Seriously, the speed limit on this road is 40 miles an hour. If I hit you at 40 miles an hour, there is no sue. There is you are dead. There's not even do not pass go. Do not collect $500. This is you are fucking dead. Game. Well,
Goodbye. See you real soon.
it's like good night. See you never. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
fucking Peds.
frustrating as hell. And what's even worse is like cars are just as bad as people too. In Philadelphia, at least. It's like I didn't have this problem down in Jacksonville. And Jacksonville is a pretty populated city, but at least the people down there knew the rules of the road. You'd get the stray asshole here and there, but usually they got in a lot of car wrecks.
You never live in Seattle if that's what upsets you. Like, I don't know if Buck can attest to this as much as I can, but people who drive in Seattle are fucking assholes.
Yeah, no,
Seattleites.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of cities like this, and I can't fucking stand it.
Yeah.
It's like,
What's up, Buck?
fucking driving in the city, this fucking truck, this fucking box truck just stops. It's not even. There's even a fucking sign that says no stopping at any time, no loading or unloading zone, blah blah blah. This fucking truck stops, throws on his hazards, like that's gonna make it okay. Gets out of the fucking truck, goes around, throws up the back of his truck, and starts unloading his truck.
Jesus Christ.
It's the middle of fucking rush hour, and he does this. Luckily, there was a cop right there. And the cop gets him.
What the hell?
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I'm getting some reload.
I'm getting some weird shit, too.
Okay. Okay, the issue is somewhere between YouTube and okay, it looks like it. Well, it's going.
It's
not
acting funny.
Yeah, it's between OBS and YouTube. They're both running. I'm just having. Yay, bitrate problems.
Oh fuck.
I'm not even.
Fun.
Oh my god. What? Not even downloading anything. What the fuck? Oh. Let's just close a few
this
things.
happens like the one time when you're just alone.
Right? Yeah.
I love how you're completely
No
coming
one
through-
else in the house to blame it on.
I love how you're completely coming through clearly on Discord, but
But in the stream, is it choppy as hell? So we got
I
us a high
mean-
quality show right here.
Yeah. I mean, wait, where are we going? Not a clue, but I've got a detour to make.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct. Change the name to that.
What?
What Merc said.
Yay, bitrate
Today's
problems.
episode of Locked and Loaded. Wait, where are we going? Not a clue, but I've got a detour to make.
that's long as fuck. All
That's
right.
a fucking long. But I gotta keep James Charles in
It's
there for
very-
that goddamn, for the goddamn relevance traffic.
All right.
Maybe we'll
Either
get another
way,
view.
Let's
Who knows?
let's just move on. Let's move on. I've rambled
Since
and
we-
ranted long enough.
Okay, so since we brought up the fact that James Charles is in our title, why don't we make it not clickbait and actually have a slight conversation about this? Just a slight one.
What's there to say? He's a 19-year-old freaking YouTube star in the freaking glam world who freaking what's the word for it?
He puts fucking makeup on.
No. That's not even the bad part.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
The bad part is
The bad part is him trying to seduce straight men into having
no,
children.
Not
this
just-
is not
just
this is not
seduce.
seduce.
Not
This
seduce.
is not seduce.
Oh,
This
was
is This is extort straight
Extort?
men into having gay sex with him.
extort?
As in,
Yeah.
you will have sex with me, or I will ruin your career.
I never heard that anywhere.
That's
I was just hearing that he was like his
From-
kink was basically trying to get men to have sex with him that were straight.
no. He was
Well, that was-
forcing them to
that
have sex
was-
with him.
that
It
was
was. It was
part of
basically.
it.
It was
That was part of it.
What's
But how he
yeah, that's
got
part of
to
it.
the
There are other
yeah.
parts, but the only important part is he was forcing men to have sex with him. Straight men to have sex with him.
Forcing them. Oh,
Forcing.
I never saw that shit. Okay.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
like physically forcing them, like
He'd
extortion
he'd-
forcing them.
He'd coerce him into it.
Coercing. Sure,
Yeah.
yes. And he
Well,
also
well,
would.
this is- okay, so this is all like we don't have any proof of any of this, right? Still, it's just allegations at this point.
You have a point.
See, I don't.
I've got nothing I can bring
I don't-
up, so I'm not Jamie.
Yeah. Right. I feel no love for the fucking makeup community. Topaz showed me some stuff last night.
My
Yeah,
wife
last
was
night-
watching. My wife was watching the stream where it's showing, what's his face's channel
Oh,
with his
drop.
sub count.
bleeding sub count while Tati channel like sponging
oh, yeah, no,
them.
This is the reason why. So she showed me a bunch of these, and all the conclusion that I came to was they're all fucking bitches. All
Mhm.
of them are god awful people. Every single one of them. It doesn't matter like if it's James Charles or like I thought at first when I was
Yeah. Just like-
introduced to this whole thing, I thought Jeffree Star and James Charles were the same people. But they're
Yeah,
all terrible.
I would have thought the same
Panda
thing.
Panda watches a couple of nail artists, and what's her face? I can't remember her name. She goes ban a lot or something like that. I can't remember her name.
You lost me. Oh,
We have no
and
idea who
she
the fuck you're talking about.
She'll watch Glam and Gore every once in a while.
Is that the same
And
thing? Is that is it
It's-
a part of the same people or?
Kinda yes, kinda no. Glam and Gorge is studio effects, makeup, and everything. Hi,
Yeah.
Toya.
I
And
Yeah.
I thought Glam and Gore was one of the better ones.
Glam
Well,
and Gore
I-
is entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
I
I
thought-
mean.
I didn't. When I was thinking about this whole thing, I wasn't thinking Glam and Gore would be a part of this because that's
Well,
completely
not
different.
necessarily part of the drama that's going on, but simply naological. Yes. Yes, that's the one.
Oh God, Topaz, do you watch this person?
Yes, she obviously does watch this person.
Why are you
Ben!
surprised?
I just.
Ben!
I like how Merc put it. Avenatti'd them for lootery. That's what James Charles did. You fucking Avenatti'd straight guys.
Nice.
That's a good way to put it. Oh,
So,
that's fucking
so
spicy.
yeah, apparently- but yeah, so apparently there's a bunch of drama, and I've seen like 4 or 5 channels that I'm still subscribed to for some reason.
Panda watches this one channel that is absolutely, utterly dedicated to breaking down the drama that's going on between all of these beauty, fashion, and makeup channels.
I'm almost
Okay.
100% sure Topaz does too.
That's
Um,
she literally watches this channel just for the breakdown of the drama. It's like I'll watch a recap video every once in a while. Like one of my favorite videos
PewDiePie's
that I've
done a few
seen.
of those.
One of my favorite videos that I've seen so far was AP's breakdown of the bullshit with Scooby 3 something or another.
You've already
And
lost
it was
me.
hilarious.
Yeah,
The way he broke it down was just hilarious. The way he described it was hilarious. And-
Almost parody.
Yeah, almost. Like, and that was it. And that's like the only time I've actually
Do you guys?
intentionally watched something that contained Tonka Saw in it, and I wasn't watching it to listen to him get ripped on.
Well, do you guys want to hear something completely surprising?
Sure.
Surprising. Andy Worski is signing with James Charles.
Oh
on
Jesus!
this.
I thought you were going to say surprising.
It was sarcastic.
Oh, dick. I was looking forward to the surprise.
I saw that and I was really hoping it was a joke. How? Okay.
No, it wasn't. I watched like the first.
All right.
5
So
minutes
then
of
next
the
video is going to be Andy Worski putting on makeup.
Yep.
I'm calling it right now.
Well, he's already dyed his hair pink, so
Oh God, I'm killing myself already.
Why would you kill yourself? Do you watch him? Like
I-
don't watch.
I
Andy Worski.
wa-
I would say he hasn't watched him in a good long while because his hair has been funny colors for
Oh
since
God.
like right
He's-
after the Florida man incident.
He's going the Markiplier route. No, I watched him when he did like those weekly Worski live things, and he'd have different YouTubers on just to do kind of a long form interview. I liked those,
I liked
and then I
those.
don't
Are
know
you
what
talking
happened.
I liked it when
Are
he
you talking about
crit-
before the Kraut thing?
Kraut and Tea bullshit? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I
So you're
enjoyed
referring
Worski's
that far
content
back.
before the Kraut and Tea incident of a year and a half ago.
It was like what was that fucking September of 2017?
Yeah.
something
basically.
like that. Something like that.
Yeah. No, so he released. You're talking about the video titled, God, I'm subscribed to him and I don't know why. And like,
Right, I'm in that
should-
same boat.
Nonetheless, not on Andy Worski. That's not the main thing. But what I was kind of up was one of the things that I noticed when I was looking through YouTube was most of the people that I'm sub to that decided to talk about this, they did a video about Pro Jared and James Charles. Like I didn't
Oh.
see any video about this that didn't have James Charles and Pro Jared in it. Apparently, like I didn't know who either of these two people were.
I knew
before
who
this
Pro
whole
Jared
thing.
was.
He's a gamer?
Yeah.
Because I looked at his
From,
channel
like, back in the day.
last time he uploaded was like 10 months ago.
Yeah. Like I
he's
said,
just
back
not
in the
a-
day.
So he's not a YouTuber anymore.
Maybe?
Not now.
I
That's
think
for
he-
sure.
well, obviously,
now.
definitely not now. But he's also not a lot of things anymore because of this whole bullshit. It's like he doesn't have an Instagram following anymore. He's being investigated for underage soliciting minors and all that kind of junk.
Dudes fucking killed themselves.
Yeah, I swear it's like there's a rotation going. It's like every 3 to 6 months, someone's got to be outed for being a fucking creep.
God, it was like I was telling fucking Chris Reagan at PAX. You know, sometimes I look at all this bullshit that's going on online and I think, 168 subs? I'll take it!
I mean,
Alright,
I have.
did you just fucking name drop?
What?
That was
Some
very
Chris.
subtle. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We were. What? I was out with Jeff. We went fucking drinking at
There-
many- how
fucking
many
Dragonfish.
I have 7 subscribers, and I don't even know why you people are still subscribed to me. I don't have any videos on here anymore.
Would you prefer
Why
that we
not?
weren't?
I
I'm
mean,
asking.
I don't know.
There we go.
I
Oh,
don't
man.
have any I don't have any videos on there anymore. Because I don't know. I just took them down because they were dumb and I didn't like them. They were training videos, as in me teaching myself how to use Lightworks.
Those
I've
can make for
uploaded
some fun
2 videos
tutorials.
within the past month, right? But if you went to my channel, you would not know that.
Yeah, because they got they got privated and taken down by
Shut-
YouTube.
No, Disney in particular.
Disney,
well,
yeah,
the
sure.
the Disney content Gestapo got to you.
Yeah, just within like less than 5 minutes. Here, if I go to
Jesus
videos.
Christ. God, the last
I mean-
thing I posted was 2 months ago, and it was a shit post.
No, mine was. Oh, I see. If I click on my videos, I can't even see those 2 videos anymore. They're not there because they got
Christ.
hit so hard. Oh, fucking. One of them was mixing doo-wop 50s music with. I think we talked about this actually last week. So it doesn't matter. But then the other one was an edit of every time one of the characters in this film that I'm shooting got smacked over the head because it's one scene. He
Thanks
just
for
happens
your
only
thanks for
one
your
time.
honesty on that one, Toya. Thank you for that. You're only subbed to me because you forgot you were subbed to me.
But I almost said Toy D. The main character.
That's who
smacked
she
across-
is.
The main character gets smacked across the back of the head once in the actual film, but there were so many different shots and takes of it happening that I was able to fill out like half of a song with just the smack from each
Nice.
take.
That's
So
great.
I uploaded that and I got copyright claim and I'm like, fuck. Okay.
God damn.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Oh, man. Pig, last I checked, I think James Charles has lost a total of, over how many days I don't know, but I think he's lost a total of 2 million subs now.
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Probably more
So
by now.
I saw a PewDiePie video of this, and one of the
PewDiePie?
top- PewDiePie.
Jesus
One of the
Christ.
top comments in it was, I can't wait for James Charles's $13 million subscribe, or 13 million subscribe. Fuck, what are they called?
13 million subscriber special? or whatever the hell.
Yeah, whatever that's called. Here, I'll look up the actual comment. Oh, it is.
I'm just gonna warn you guys now. My wife is probably really, really drunk.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she poured a smart pig pour
Oh.
on accident of Evan Williams Tennessee Honey.
Oof.
She is sloshed.
Okay.
Oof.
So, if you hear a whole bunch of commotion in the background, or if you hear me say "oh fuck" and leave, that's because she fell or something.
Then try to keep her on one floor,
Yeah.
away from stairs.
Well, she's on the ground floor, which is not the basement, which is where I am.
Oh.
So that's why you might hear me say "oh fuck," because she's trying to come down the stairs and failing. I mean, not failing at coming down the stairs, but failing and coming down the stairs in a controlled manner.
Might have to go with that scooting method you mentioned.
Yeah, it might. She just might.
Much as she might hate it, well, when you're 3 sheets to the wind, what else do you do? Crawling works pretty well too.
Rimsky,
generally
I
not
can't
downhill.
fucking afford half a Tesla, let alone a whole Tesla. All right?
I can't
You're
even
down
afford
for a
like a
Tesla.
16th of a Tesla. Like Jesus.
Yeah, I've got a little bit more disposable income than you do.
Speaking of Rimshi, it is now
Yeah, I was gonna
20
say
minutes.
he's got about a minute.
Oh my God, it's 20 minutes
got-
after an hour.
He's got
He's
30
there.
seconds.
He's
30
there.
seconds. If he's there,
The clock is
He
completely
better be
wrong.
ready. Oh my god.
my clock is fine. If he's there, if he is in the general channel, we will bring him in. Not seeing you in the general channel there, Rimshi. Rimshi, you're not in the general channel. God damn it!
I saw you do that. Don't
Fuck
fucking
you!
play with me.
Completely up the freaking troll that I was doing.
I understand
You've-
what you're doing.
Oh, you asshole!
You've ruined everything.
all of a sudden, Rimshi wasn't in general, and I'm like,
The
God damn.
fuck is my phone buzzing?
You dick! I was enjoying that.
Well,
How you doing,
it's
Rimshi?
fine because that's actually better than what I was planning on doing.
Oh, it's fine? Okay. I feel better now.
Well, Jesus Christ.
Now you need to.
Oh,
I feel better now.
Look, man, I just work
I
here.
got that out of the way. How you doing, Rimshi?
I am mildly excited for Wednesday.
Oh, what's
yeah, what's
happening
going
Wednesday?
on Wednesday?
Well, for one, it's payday, as it is every week for me. But also, I'm going to pick up my new motorcycle.
Ooh.
Oh.
What you getting?
A Harley.
Ah, you
Nice.
Eh.
shit.
It's one of their new Harley Streets.
So it's like
Eh.
No, it's actually not bad.
it doesn't weigh as much as a car. Is what you're saying?
Eh.
That's the actual bike.
I mean, if it was a Sportster,
See,
I might be
prefer-
excited.
I prefer small bikes like Triumphs.
Well, look at the actual bike. I just put it in the VC text.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Yeah, it looks all right. It's not
Yeah,
it's not
mostly
one of
doesn't
those
look-
it's not one of those overly massive fucking Harleys
Yeah.
that a lot of people get that are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I hate
No,
those
I actually,
fucking
believe it or
things.
not, the main reason I got it was because I wanted it to be able to carry my tools when I come home from when I go from one job site to another, and I still wanted it to be skinny enough that I could filter forward.
Are you gonna put saddlebags on it?
No, I'm gonna put a cargo rack and a sissy bar on it.
Like how many tools are you going to be carrying?
My tools for my trade.
Hey man,
Are you an electrician?
Yeah.
I could
Okay.
totally buy this bike
So
for 48 months.
let
It's only
me-
37 a month.
let me introduce you to a little friend of mine, really quick.
It's his penis. Don't believe him.
It is
So what
That
you're
is
saying is
not-
it's not his
that is-
friend, it's his frenemy.
it's my and it's not little either.
Uh huh. All right.
I have no say in this matter.
We'll get Panda as the tiebreaker.
There it is.
No, if you bring Panda
where-
in this, you
no,
have
that's
to
not-
bring in Miss Rimshy.
Amazon.
She's not here at the
Amazon.
moment. That's why I can get away with being on here.
Oh. Cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine.
Toy said something
No,
about
she-
cocaine.
she- She had to work late, so yeah. But on Wednesday, she's working from home, and she'll drive me down there and drop me off with all of my shit, and I'll just write it back.
Fun.
There,
Do
where
you-
is it? Electrician.
Do you have the little special sticker that they put on your license?
What? It's
So
not
in
a sticker.
In Washington, it's this little sticker. They put on
I
the
have an
license.
actual motorcycle / standard C Type C license.
Oh, okay.
Rimshi,
What's
are
up?
you familiar with the Vito Pro Pack stuff?
No, mine's a CLC.
Take a look at it. Look into Vito Pro Pack a little bit. They make a bunch of tool bags. They're a little expensive, but they're probably the best bags I have ever found.
I'm actually thinking about
It's
getting a
like
new bag
$100.
anyway. So
Well,
I might just do that.
They're a little expensive. This is a tech pack. It's their most expensive bag, honestly, that
Okay,
I
hold on,
saw.
hold on.
But
Does
it's a
it come
vertical
with all the
storage.
tools?
No.
What the fuck?
Are you kidding? For that price, there's no way you're gonna be able to purchase all the tools for that price.
Are you kidding? Yeah, you could put like $3,000 worth of tools into that bag.
What do you mean the bag
The
doesn't
tools
come with...
alone can even if you go cheap, could easily cost 3 times that.
You guys are fucking
Should call-
crazy. All right.
Okay.
No, we're
Bob,
tradesmen.
Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. This is my job. These are tools that pay my bills.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put money into the ones that I have, so that they last. And
Should...
I'm union, so I only have to have hand tools.
You know, What's your favorite player of pliers?
I mostly use Klein's, but that's because they're so
It's like
ubiquitous with
Klein's as in
electrical.
the brand, or Klein's as in the type of pliers.
Yes.
So your favorite pair of
Wait a minute.
pliers is Klein linesman pliers.
Kinda. Actually, my favorite pair is this needle nose, combo needle nose and wire strippers.
See, I looked into those when I was doing mostly electrical, and I don't know. I prefer to have I prefer my tools to have a specific purpose rather than the multi-purpose ones.
Like I get that. And there's absolutely a place for that. The reason I liked it was because it was sometimes it was a pain in the dick to have to switch between my needle nose and my strippers, so having it all in one made life a lot easier.
Yeah, I just carried a big pouch had my linemans, my dikes, and my needle nose and my strippers.
Dyke's offensive.
Well, they can kiss my ass.
You
You
keep
know,
a-
I hear them. I
These-
hear.
My diagonal cutters have been called dikes longer than dikes were a thing.
You keep a stripper on your
you'd be
belt? I didn't
surpri-
think you could carry a
actually,
midget
you
around.
probably wouldn't be surprised, but Buck and Pav, you'd be surprised as to how many times I've heard the equivalent of HR on the job site say, "Hey, be careful what you call your tools. Dikes are a derogative term, so don't get caught saying that." No
And
one
that's-
ever listens to that shit.
And that's when you
Because
shoot
it's
your
a
HR rep.
lingo. It's a freaking nickname for diagonal cutters. If you call something if you call a pair of dikes, they know exactly what you're talking about. They're going to pull them out and hand them to you. You're not going to just walk up to some guy and say, "Hey, can I use your diag cutters?" Like, my what? No.
The only
Fuck.
time that you got to be careful with that is around the customer.
Yes,
Yeah, but that's,
That's true.
different. That's also
Exactly.
but
then
freaking.
Then you just got to think of the most complicated thing to call your tools, so it makes your customer have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, I actually
Think of some
stopped.
innuendo that is so absurdly complicated.
Yeah.
I actually stopped carrying around my wire strippers when I got good enough with my dikes that I could just strip wires with them.
Yeah,
See, I just use a crimp tool for stripping wires.
Well, you
Show up.
also don't strip wires that we strip.
Oh yeah, that's true. I just strip like Cat 6 and fucking.
You
like,
kind of need a crimp
USB.
tool. You kind of need a crimp tool to strip USB and because they're specifically designed to strip those.
Yes. Yes. We're in the middle of man talk. So
But yeah,
Why
Rimshi,
don't-
take a look at those style of bags. I think that instead of you getting like, you could probably get one of those bags cheaper than getting a sissy bar and
Oh no,
a
part
rack.
okay. Part of the reason for that is because there are going to be times Miss Rimshi's on the back, and she is going to feel safer with the sissy bar.
yeah.
Why don't you just put her
Um,
in your lap? Don't be a bitch.
That bike is not
Also,
big.
the other fact is I bring a backpack to work every day that has my lunch and stuff in it. So being able
Dude,
to
this
put-
bag is big enough to fit your lunch in it too.
No, we leave our tools at the job site. So it
Okay, so leave your tools at the job site. Take your lunch out of the bag, and carry your lunch with you.
on a motorcycle.
That shit way too
Yeah.
much, puck.
So
Hang
I'm
the
gonna-
damn
I'm
thing
gonna
in.
throw it
Hang
into
the
another
bag. Hang the
backpack that
doggy
I
bag
already
from your
have.
fucking mouth like a.
So I'm gonna
Alright.
throw it into another backpack that I already have when I could just be lashing down the backpack that I currently have to the back of a sissy bar and cargo rack.
I'm just
Speaking of
saying,
things
man.
From hanging out of your mouth. So
That's a horrible segue as usual.
Speaking of things hanging out of your mouth, back to James Charles.
He doesn't have things hanging out of his mouth. He has things tickling his tonsils. Come on, get it right.
Okay, so now that we've officially made our title not clickbait, let's actually get back to what we were doing.
Why?
because I don't really care about James Charles.
No one
Why?
cares. I
Let's
couldn't
talk
even-
more about tool bags.
No. So
I actually just got this one not too long ago. Let me pull this up.
okay.
This
I'm
whole
not-
conversation that
I'm
no one
not-
can see what we're
I'm
looking
not
at.
fucking putting it on stream because this is supposed to
not
be
it.
a news show.
Yeah, well, every
And
time
we're
you've
so
brought me
good
on,
at
I
it.
have derailed everything.
Like we haven't
That's
done
not
that ourselves. We'll get to the news eventually.
There
It's off on that fucking track to Albuquerque. We'll get there. Those of you who bought tickets to Albuquerque, you can wait.
Boom, found it.
You'll get free drinks, maybe. I don't know. We might not even have drinks on this train. They don't
So
tell
I
me
just-
much.
I just picked this one up, and it's the perfect size for doing boiler and furnace maintenances.
Oh, not
So
bad.
everything.
you and Rimshi can continue your man talk in Hext in VC while we get back to something that the viewers can actually see.
I mean,
Alright,
you know what, Buck?
What?
Pull this one up on screen.
Fucking hell.
Pull it up on screen. If Rimshi wants to be all not Rimshi, I'm sorry, Rimshi. If Pav wants to be a little douche nozzle about things and say that we can't talk about something because the audience can't see it, let's make the audience see it. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
let's
We can move on to the next article if
See,
you want.
it's a bag.
I'm just kidding.
It is a bag. I don't understand.
It's a bag.
It's a man purse. That's what it is. It carries your man thing.
I thought a man purse was a fanny pack and no one uses those since like the fucking
What? Wait,
90s.
hold on. Isn't a man purse the thing that the satchel? Yeah, the thing that fucking.
Well, I would agree with you. However, I'm a man and I carry tools in a bag, so a tool bag is a man purse.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense if you.
It makes perfect sense.
What?
It makes total sense.
No,
if
it
you're
doesn't.
wearing it like a purse.
Wait, the whole thing with why the fuck would you wear that like a purse?
Do you realize how heavy tool bags can get?
Yes.
That's why I asked. Why would you wear that like a purse?
Because that's probably one of the easiest ways to carry something heavy.
Yeah, actually. Freaking, I've got a meter bag by them, and it's got a little belt clip. Whenever I'm going up and down the 30-plus foot ladders, it's handy for clipping to my belt so I can use both hands to hold onto the ladder.
For
You and I
clarification,
should just talk tools.
for fucking clarification, do you just have it dangle off of one shoulder like a wimp, or do you have the bag cross your chest, like strap on the left on the right shoulder, bag hanging off of your left hip?
Okay,
It
so
depends on how far I'm going.
it's also depends if you're going up and down a ladder.
This
If
is
you're a
not the
dumbass-
answer I wanted, but okay.
If you're a dumbass, you're going to have it going across your chest. Because if you lose your balance and you have to drop your tools, well, guess what? You can't. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever going up a ladder, and you have a bag, make sure that the strap is only on one shoulder. So if you lose your balance and have to bail your tools, you can do so, and you might just live.
Okay. This is why I don't have ladders where I work. They don't even let us have fucking sharp objects.
I've watched people fall off of 20-foot ladders and break their shoulder because they had the bag strapped across their chest rather than having it over just one shoulder.
Oh no, I believe you. I'm just saying, like, I don't have to deal with this where I work, so.
Oh, and another tip: if you have to climb a 28-foot or higher ladder, once you get to a top, make sure you secure the ladder so it doesn't fall once you're at the top.
Generally a smart move.
Don't
Because if
pull
you get
a
up- a lot of the time, if you're climbing up onto the object you're climbing the ladder to get on top of, the ladder becomes a little unstable. It might fall over, and guess what? You're fucking trapped.
But accidentally kick it out from don't pull a Griswold. Fucking.
This is
Okay.
this is also why you should probably bring 30 or so feet of rope with you up that ladder, just in case.
Yeah.
That way you have just enough to tie a noose in it, jump.
And if you don't have a rope, a 50-foot extension cord will do just as well.
Actually, that works better.
It's it's a little harder to put the noose into, so
It's also a little harder to knot in general.
yeah.
Okay, so
Next article.
thank you.
I just saw what you posted in the live chat. Show up to the job site one day
Finally.
with a bunch of women in underwear in tow. What are those? My strippers.
All right.
How to
So,
get fired in 10 seconds or less.
That is not how you get fired. That's how you get promoted.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Shows you how much I get out.
So, Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, someone we only just learned existed, well, at least I did, last week when she came out and said, that Wendy's should,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, that's, yeah.
yeah.
Getting
So that's
mad at
what-
fucking spicy nuggets. Like, bitch, what are you
Yep.
picking a fight with? You can't even fight a windmill.
Alyssa Milano calls for a sex strike in response to Georgia's anti-abortion law and gets brutally mocked, as she should be. Freaking taking a
like
cue
fuck-
from the literature of ancient Greece, actress and political activist Alyssa Milano called for a sex strike Friday in response to the heartbeat pill that Georgia Governor
Bill.
Brian Kemp, Bill. Oh,
Pill,
Bill.
not
It
pill.
does say Bill. It does say
Pill
Bill.
would be a very interesting.
It would be a very interesting. That's what I was actually thinking in my head. Heartbeat pill. Is that a pill to stop the heartbeat?
Hold up.
Brian Kemp recently signed into law.
Hold up.
Vice grips.
I actually
Because
haven't.
you
seen
just
those.
adjusted the tension as opposed to the actual closing distance.
Oh yeah,
Are we
okay.
good? Think we're good? Yeah, let's see if I can load
We
the
are live again. I have live
Wait.
feed.
All right, let's see if I can
Do you?
open this article again. Oh, fucking
Is it back?
For every role you help them play,
argue.
make
What
every
the
wash
fuck?
count with
What
Arm & Hammer
kind of
detergent.
pseudocode is
It
this?
eliminates stains and odors
Thread
for
stack.
a price that just feels right.
This
Arm
isn't
&
a
Hammer.
fucking
Yeah,
URL. This
freaking-
is hex. Why is there hex in the fucking?
I really like I really like the Irwin Vice Grip channel locks. You know, the ones that have the funky shape to them.
Mm-hmm.
They adjust to size just by grabbing onto an object, and then when you squeeze them to tighten them down, they lock once they reach the optimal closing distance.
I think
Right.
we're back up.
And then they have a
Yeah.
button on the side of the channel lock on
Fucking
the side
ads.
to open it back up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're really handy when you're tightening down a 3/4 inch black iron pipe for gas and water.
Yeah. If you check VC, as soon as it actually goes, that's the type of mechanism my preferred vice grips use.
I don't really use vice grips unless I'm brazing.
Yeah, these are my welding vice grips. So
Okay, so back to the article. Fucking hell, you two. Jesus, we're losing watchers because
no, you
All right,
lost
the new law
watchers because
outlaws-
shit crashed.
The new law outlaws abortions in the. God damn it! The new law outlaws abortions. I gotta put my emphasis in the right places in the state at 6 weeks into the pregnancy, which I really don't have an opinion on.
it's
Georgia
actually
is
not-
one of several states in recent weeks that have passed legislation forbidding doctors from ending pregnancies when a heartbeat can be detected, which is roughly at 6 weeks. That's
Okay, so
not true. Isn't it 12
okay,
weeks?
hold on. No, hold on. That's the thing. So, the law does not actually set any
Oh, fucking
time. Doesn't say 6 weeks, 12 weeks, nothing. It just says once the heartbeat is detected, then a abortion cannot happen.
What the hell?
That's all it states.
Let me see
Which
what
I
my
think
dogs
is
are barking at.
probably the more preferable out of the two from what it sounds. So, alright, yeah, so I know Alyssa Milano is a childhood actress, but that doesn't help me with the adult version of her.
I don't even know what she did when she was a kid.
Apparently she was in Who's the Boss?
I don't think I watched that. Is that the only thing she was in?
I did, but I didn't watch too much of it, and that was a long ass fucking time ago.
I guess. Freaking. Where was I? Critics of such legislation have argued that many women don't discover that they're pregnant in 6 weeks. Alyssa Milano opens up about her friendship with Joe Biden. Oh, that's just the.
Yeah, that's a link to another
The
article.
entertainment industry, in particular, is wrestling over the Georgia law because many films and TV shows are made in the state due to its widely popular tax incentives. And while some in Hollywood are calling on a boycott of Georgia, Milano is calling for a boycott of sex. So basically, what she wants to do, what she's doing, is she's advocating abstinence, which is what a lot of pro-lifers advocate for in the first place.
Yeah, that's
the funny thing to me.
You're fighting your enemy's battles.
For them, and they're liking it.
Oh baby.
It's like, where was I? Our reproductive rights are being erased until women have legal control over our own bodies. We cannot risk pregnancy. Yeah, that's the tweet. I read it. It's funny.
The rest of it is join me in not having sex until we get bodily autonomy back.
Well,
I'm calling for a hashtag sex trade. Pass it on, which is retarded because they have bodily autonomy, but okay.
The idea is far from new in ancient Greece. Blah blah blah. Actually, Aristophanes wrote Lysistrata, in which the title character persuades other women to deny their husbands sex until they end a war. Okay. I mean, whoops, we couldn't access this tweet. Caleb Hall clears throat. Mike Pence loves this idea. Yes, he does. Voluntarily reducing the number of potential abortions to own the pro-lifers. That's kind of what we were getting at. Couldn't access this tweet.
One tweet. It says, yes, cis men need to feel the physical consequences of our reproductive rights being systematically eliminated. What?
Yes, cis men need to feel the physical consequences of our reproductive rights being systematically eliminated. Okay. Well, you do have the right to not reproduce.
The fucking problem with this whole thing is that her opposition agrees with her.
Yeah.
That's the worst part, yeah.
The opposition is like, yeah, that's actually what we've been trying to say. Don't have sex until you're ready to have kids. Like, until you actually want the kids, don't have sex. And that's kind of the point.
To quote
protection of some kind.
To quote Philip DeFranco, "Don't be stupid, stupid."
Yeah, that's one way of saying it. And then this last tweet by Peter J. Hassan.
Hassan?
Hassan?
Hassan.
I decided to give him a charitable spin to his name. Hassan.
Actually.
Cuts to Mike Pence.
Actually, it's pronounced Hassan. Cuts to Mike Pence nodding vigorously. Yeah, yeah, I like it a lot.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, how dumb can you actually get to say to your opposition, hey, how about this? If you're not going to let us have abortions, we're just not going to have sex. It's like, well, that's
cool.
We're actually fine with that. That's what we've been trying to promote. It's like, don't have sex until you're ready to have children.
This is what we've been trying to tell you all along.
Yeah, it's like that whole phrase, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. As in, go out and have lots of unprotected sex, have lots of kids.
Does this mean you guys finally listened?
Accidentally, even.
Hey, accidentally, even
There was
that.
a lot of tweets about this.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
came
this
out
tweets about this
that
shit.
were like anyone who's against hashtag sex strike is pro rape.
What?
No.
Yeah, no, it got that far.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go
seriously?
with no on that, Trebek.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say
Loud humming
a fuck no.
I'm just gonna stick with the incredulous. What?
Hold on. Let me click this.
Hey, Puff.
I am looking it up.
That's my
on
next debate.
Twitter.
I have decided. That's my next mod.
It's really tiny.
I know. It'll fit in my
Why?
pocket.
Then just get a Saltnik.
No.
Just get a motorcycle and actually get the wind in your hair.
I want a motorcycle, but I can't really afford one right now. And that is the next tank I'm getting.
I am
Words.
looking something up.
And I mean, title of the show. What is it right now?
Insert something about James Charles.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be changed.
Didn't tell me to what.
Do you mean that really
Detour.
long thing?
The detour.
Yeah,
Just new title is detour.
Detour
I'm
as
sticking
usual.
true to the actual title, which is detour, by detouring you.
Okay, I have no idea what the fuck this is supposed to mean, but I'm posting this in live show.
That's a nice. That's
'cause
a
I
nice
think it's
Honda.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's that's
This
the
is
bike
a-
that I have now.
This
Are
is
you-
someone
are you-
responding to
are you
the
getting
Alyssa
rid of it?
Milano thing.
Fuck no! It's a
I was gonna
77.
say, if you're planning on getting rid of it, I would be willing
Is it
to
in,
fly out there to drive it back to Philadelphia.
is it in
No,
general?
I need to tear down the
No,
carburetor
live
to
show.
clean out the
Oh, gee.
God, I can't remember the names of the parts now.
Carburetor,
Nozzles. The
nozzles.
yeah, the nozzles
injectors?
specifically. Yeah.
Oh,
No, they're not fuel injectors. They're nozzles because fuel
That's-
injectors are for
That's-
fuel injected.
here's an idiot from the
There's-
other side of the spectrum.
It's a fuel injectors have
Quite a
nozzles.
response.
Yeah, but but it's not a fuel injector itself. What
Jesus
are you showing
Christ.
on screen?
Jesus fucking
The
Christ!
fucking response to the sex strike, apparently.
Yeah, it says dual purpose.
What?
Well, if you guys aren't gonna pay attention, then you can't ask questions.
Oh, I'm paying attention.
I am paying attention. I
don't have.
Interesting.
I'm not sitting next to good old Buck here. I can't see what's on his screen.
so ladies
Jesus
bomb
Christ.
underwear. See, I always thought that men's underwear was the bomb underwear.
Look familiar, idiots.
Yeah, idiot from the
No.
other side of the spectrum.
Freaking.
Okay, can have-
That's. No,
I don't see the comparison.
I
Yeah,
really
exactly. Exactly.
It's closer to
That's-
to Black Power.
don't. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like this makes no sense. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like
No,
it
No,
looks like she's
oh wait,
trying
no,
to
I
come
get it.
up
I
with-
get it. This is the difference between a cis white female and a gay man.
Which one's the man?
I don't know.
That's what. Man, I was hoping you could tell me.
So this tweet that I'm about to read is from an Ed Karstein. I'm not familiar with this person. Watching all of the Republicans attack Alyssa Milano's sex stripe shows us clearly what that they aren't really about pro-life after all, but instead essentially pro-rape. Anyone criticizing the sex strike is openly saying that they don't believe women should have a choice to have sex. What? No one?
No. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
No, it's not. It's really not.
The shit?
Huh.
What?
This is interesting.
What? Are you gonna post it or?
I don't know, will he? Find out on the
I
next
did.
episode.
The live show.
What are we doing?
This is what my wife does when she's drunk.
Oh.
Do we want to show this on
more
the
doing
show?
it.
No, we don't.
Okay.
That was more for y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Then maybe it shouldn't go there. It should go somewhere else.
So, that's that article that, like, had no interest, I guess.
I mean, it had some interest.
Well, it didn't help that I had to get up because the dogs are giving me the "someone is here" bark, and someone is here turned out to be my neighbor's cat.
Someone is here, but it's not a human.
So I just let him out and let him go chase the cat around.
It's a cat.
Assassins!
So,
Fucking.
The dogs versus cat movie. Oh man.
I try not to remember that movie.
I found the movie very entertaining and also based in truth. Cats are fucking evil, and I love them.
They're not evil.
Cats are evil as shit, dude.
No.
Just like people.
They're not evil.
What are they misunderstood then?
They are full. No, they're not. Evil implies morality. Cats don't have morality.
Yeah, that explains my cat
However,
dropping a lamp on
here's
my
the
head to wake
thing.
me up.
Evil, just like good, is in the eyes of the beholder. So if you behold the cat to be evil, the cat is fucking evil.
If you say so.
The cat is evil as shit. And yes, I do say so.
Shit's evil? It just lays there and doesn't do anything except decompose.
Shit
Watching too
does
much
not
Randomer Cat.
just decompose. It also fosters life.
True.
No, seriously, let maggots spring from shit.
Yeah, we'll go
Yes,
with that.
exactly.
Well, what are you trying to propose? That a fly lands on the shit, lays eggs on the shit, and then those eggs hatch into larvae? No. Fucking, that's disproven science bullshit.
Well,
It's
what do you mean
all-
don't go Jables on us, Merc?
Oh, God. Well, what's... I gotta see this.
What?
Oh, don't go Chables on this room sheet. That's what Merc's typing.
I
Oh
have
my
to
God.
sneeze.
Well, at least we know he muted his mic.
Did he?
Did he really? We'll find out.
Are you
Yes, I really muted my mic, and the urge to sneeze went away. So I'm probably going to sneeze in the next 2.5 minutes, and I won't even see it coming.
Just keep yourself muted. It's best for everyone.
It might be best for everyone else, but it's not what's best for me. And I'm the only one that matters in my equation.
Arguments about the morality of cats by technicality.
Well, technically.
Well, technically,
Well,
I don't actually see
actually.
myself as evil, so therefore I'm not evil.
Let's
evil. I'm just a cat, and I should be worshipped.
let's get a cat in here to get a real response on
Worship
this.
me.
Cat, are you evil? And he clawed my face.
Yes, that would be a yes.
That would be.
Oh, man.
You shouldn't have asked him questions that you didn't want the answers to, buddy.
All right. Well, I think that is all of our articles.
It
And
is.
and
Yeah.
it is coming to the end.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Pav's way of saying
Fuck,
I'm sick
shit.
of everyone's bullshit. I'm gonna go get laid now.
Was it exactly?
You're
that,
assuming that he's gonna have success.
I am assuming that Topaz is probably a little bit more demanding than he is.
That's actually a fair assumption.
That being said, closing arguments. Pav, you first.
Buck started talking first.
No,
Okay.
no. You were
got
named
called.
first.
You got called.
Fucking hell. That's my argument.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
shit argument. Do better.
Try again. I'm drunk. I've got all night.
I'm sober, but I still have all night.
I don't have either.
The sex rank doesn't affect me, so I could care less about it.
That is
Hey,
a
there
better
we go.
one. Fuck.
Get a dog
There.
because dogs don't throw lamps at you to wake you up, unlike cats or my ex-girlfriend.
No, they just poop on your face.
Dogs don't even do that.
I know, I was just saying.
They shit near your bed and expect you to clean it up.
Rimshi?
Pav is shit.
No.
No.
Try again.
Tune in on Fridays to watch the pre-show at 4:30 Pacific. That would be what, 7:30 Eastern?
Yes.
Yes.
Good one. Good. And then, mine, I guess. Drunk wives are entertaining. Never say no to a drunk wife.
Just don't
Well,
let them near
that's-
Twitter.
That's
I mean,
just a safety thing.
say no when the drunk wife wants something that you probably should say no to, but never say no to a wife being drunk.
I like this plan. This is a good plan.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight on this wonderful Monday evening. It usually makes our Mondays that much better to remember that we have this show going tonight. We love that you joined us. Be sure to tune in to Rimshi's show, our sister show, the Pre-Saints show, or also known as the Lesser Saints of Discord show.
How many times are you gonna say show?
I don't know, show.
The
show.
The show run by Mr. Show.
I'll be honest, I
courtesy of the
completely
other
forgot
show.
that I was in general when you guys pulled me in.
That's how we like it.
Thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody.
There it is.